Hi there. I'm just waiting for a few more people to join in. Your speaker is right here. Just give it another few minutes and then we can kind of get started. I think we can get started. Sir, if you can start your camera and start with the presentation. So I don't think you're connected to the audio. Just 1 second. Okay, let me try to figure this out. Hi, sir. Can you hear us, see us?
Uh, yes, give me a second, please. Now it's good.
Yes, yes. Now you can just share your screen. I will, and you can start the session.
Okay.
Also, in the Q&A section, people will be posting their questions just right
No,
next to chat. So you
sure.
can then look at it. You will be able to share your screen and look at the platform only one by one. So once you share your screen, you'll have to come back to the platform. You'll understand once you do it better.
Is my screen visible to all
Yes,
of you?
it is. It is.
Okay. So today we are discussing how to solve the mathematical problem using the Desmos. Most of the problem can be solved by using the Desmos. Basically, the question based on the linear equation one variable, linear equation two variable, even the system of equation Also, we can solve it by using the Desmos. Even most important, the linear inequalities as well as the absolute value function that also be solved by using the Desmos. When we go to the advanced maths, most of the problem in an advanced math, we can solve it by using the Desmos, but there are some problem where the Desmos doesn't work. We can find the mean, median, standard deviation using an online tool, which is a Desmos. Even we can find when we have a frequency, when we have a histogram, and we need to find the mean for that. We can able to find it by using the Desmos also. Yes, in the geometry and the trigonometry section, we can use Desmos for the calculation purposes because we do not have any inbuilt function or we do not have anything like to solve it. We have to remember all those formulas and the area and the volume, even the equation of a circle. But yes, in the circle, we can use the Desmos to predict the center, to predict the diameter, to predict the radius of that equation. We will go one by one and let's see how it works. So I'm starting with my first question, which is visible on the whiteboard. X plus 7 is a factor of a quadratic function y is equals to fx and x is equal to c. Is a positive zero of a function. If the minimum of the function is 63 by 8, comma k, what is the value of c? So, student, can you try and tell me, give us around 1 minute to solve it and let me know the answer. After that, I can help you how to solve it by using the Desmos.
You guys can put the answer in the chat. Sure. So that he can read the chat. And yeah, I mean, he'll then show you how to use Desmos to solve this question.
Is my screen visible to all of you?
The Desmos part, sir. Only the question is visible.
Let us wait for 1 minute and let's see if anyone can respond. Else, I can go with solving that problem using the Desmos.
It's okay.
Okay, let us see how we can solve it by using the Desmos. The question says x plus 7 is a factor of a quadratic function. So there is one factor which is x plus 7. If I put x plus 7 is equal to 0, we get x equals to minus 7. That means we are getting the one x intercept. So if I make the parabola here, this is x and this is y. This point is minus 7 and this next says x is equals to c is a positive 0 of a function, which means positive means 0, which is value of c here. If the minimum of the function is 63 by 8, if you got the word minimum, that means the parabola open upward. The question says maximum, then the parabola open downwards. So this point, let's say this point is a maximum, and here you can say this point is minimum. Now we can make an axis of symmetry which divide the parabola into two equal half. So the distance between this point and this point to this are exactly same. So let's say this point P will behave like a midpoint. Now if that behave like a midpoint, it means always this axis of symmetry is x equals to 63 by 8. So Now I'm using the Desmos screen to do the calculation part. The Desmos interface look like this. So we already know that -7 and C are the x-intercept. So -7 plus C over 2, which is a midpoint of the x coordinate, is equal to 63 by 8, which is given in the question itself. So this axis of symmetry 63 by 8 with value of x. Now you can see that they will give you an error. Why they are giving you the error? Because the system understand only the x and y. They do not understand any other variable. If you are using uh, C, B, and A, they do not understand. So what you need to do, you need to convert it, or either instead of C, you can write it as X. That's also one scenario. But I think it's a very difficult for us like to shuffling the variable. We can use the regression symbol instead of equal to, which is you can see on the keyboard below the escape key. Now you can see the value of C is 22.75. If you need that value in the fraction, you can just type C and click on the fraction, you will get 91 by 4. So if you write 91 by 4 or 22.75, both answer are correct. Anyone has any doubt? Here is the second question. Just give us a try.
So there is a question on the chat. You can just look at it. It says, "Can you use vertex form for this one?" Just general question. Adya.
Use a vertex form, just general. Yes, we can use a general form, but I think again it's a very time consuming process because you need to find the value of A first and then you can use the vertex form. So instead of this, you have to know about the shortcut. Like if you have a parabola and that axis of symmetry divide the parabola into equal parts, and that x-intercept from that axis of symmetry will be the same length. So let's say this is a parabola and this is a axis of symmetry. There are two x-intercept here and here. Let's say this is A and this is B. This point is called as, let's say, M. So the distance between A to M and B to M are the same. So that means the M will behave like a midpoint. If that is behave like a midpoint, we can just find the average of the x coordinate. If you see the axis of symmetry line, which is parallel to the y axis, it means they are talking about only the x. So there will be some value of x, let's say, I say P. So axis P, the average of A and B is same as the x coordinate of M. So we can just say A plus B by 2 is equals to P. That's it. And we will get the answer for this. Instead of applying the vertex form, it will take some lot of time. Yeah. So here, what I have written the same thing. The average of the x coordinate, which is -7 plus C by 2, and which is equals to the axis of symmetry, which is 63 by 8. Now, the system understand only x and y. They do not understand what is C. For understanding, to find the value of the unknown parameter, you have to use regression symbol instead of equal to. So it is, you can see on the keyboard, it is below the escape key, and you can type it here. You will get 22.75. If you are unable to find on the keyboard, so you can click here and click on ABC, and then there is a symbol here. And mathematical term, we can say it as a let's say similar. When we are talking about triangle ABC is similar to triangle BAC, we use the same thing, symbol. But in the Desmos, it is called as regression symbol. And so here you get the value of C is 22.75. And if you need it in the fraction format, you can just type C and click on the fraction, you will get 91 by 4. Moving to the next question. G of x is a b raised to power x by n in the given function g6 equals to 11 and g9 is equals to 708. What is the value of g of 11? So if we have these points, let's say g6 11 and g9 704, it means that when we are talking about the ordered pair, it will be look like this: 6 comma 11 and 9 comma 704. So if you got this type of an information, you can assume this will be the ordered pair. Now you have a 2 point. From these 2 points, we can evaluate the value of a, b, and n. How? With the help of using the Desmos. So first of all, we have to write the given function, which is g of x is equals to a b raised to power x by n. Now in the next one, we can use, this is called as regression equation. Okay, this part is called as regression equation. The first part I'm talking about this way, this is called an empty list. Empty list means you need to insert the data. Insert the data means if I use this form, in the first part we have to write all the left part of the equation. Here we have to write all the right part of the equation. So even in the question, left part, you can see that it is talking about g of 6 comma g of 9. You can write it g of 9. And now right part of the equation, so you can see 11 and 704. So you can write 11 comma 704. Now here you can see they will give you the value of a, they will give you the value of b, they will give you the value of n. And the question asks what is the value of g of 11. So what you can do, you can just type g n of 11. It automatically give you the answer, which is 11264. So the answer is 11264. Anybody has any doubt?
So the questions on chat, just letting you know, you can just come back and keep checking intermittently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now moving to the next question. F of x is equals to minus 7x plus b for the given equation fx. Which of the following give the equation for the function fx plus 20 given that the point minus 4 comma 0 lie on the graph of fx minus 20? So the function is already given. Best way to write it in the Desmos. Correct. But we will solve it using the manual way because we have so many fx here. So first of all, this says that which of the following give the equation for this given that the point lie on this line fx minus 20. First of all, you have to calculate fx minus 20, make it as this is g of x. Now use this point because this point will lie on f of minus 20, which means if you write it in the function form, so it worked g of minus 4 is equal to 0. Now, instead of x, you can put minus 4 first. So g of minus 4 is equals to f of minus 4 minus 20. Now, for g of minus 4 is 0. So 0 is equals to f of minus 4 minus 20. This means f of minus 4 is 20. Now, for the given function, this fx. Now, if I calculate here f of minus 4 again, minus 4 of minus 7 of minus 4 plus b. F of minus 4 is what? 20. We already find it. Minus 7 into minus 4 is 28 plus b. Now, if we subtract 28 on both sides, we get b is equals to minus 8. That means our function fx is minus 7x minus 8. And what they are asking is they are asking about this. All the things are remain same, only you need to add plus 20 and plus 20 here. So minus 7x plus 12. Option D is correct. Now let us see how we can solve it by using the Desmos. So f of x is equals to minus 7x plus b. That's given in the question itself. Now this says that the g of x is equals to f of x plus 20 and g of minus 4 is equal to 0. Now to find the value of b and to find the function of fx, instead of equal to sign, we can use a regression symbol. Now you can see they will give you the value. I have done anything wrong? Yes, it is minus 20. Now see, I write the fx, I write f of x minus 20, g of minus 4, regression symbol 0. To find the value of the unknown parameter, which is b, we get b equal to minus 8. Now our function is fx is look like this, minus 7 and minus 8. Correct? I'm just removing it. B value is minus 8. That means we need to convert, write it instead of b, we can write minus 8 here. That is minus 8. Now remove these all those steps. Now what they are asking it, they are asking for f of x plus 20. So you need to add plus 20. So if you added plus 20, minus 8 plus 20 will give you 12. So minus 7x plus 12 will be the answer, which is option. Out so far? Okay. Now moving to the next one, f of x is equals to a raised to power x minus b. The exponential function given above passes through the point this c comma 8 and 2c comma 350. If c is a positive constant, what is the possible value of b? Again, first of all, the function is already given. So on the Desmos, we will write the function. F of x is equals to a raised to power x minus b. Now, all the 2 points are given. So we can say that we can use a regression equation. Now write the left part of the equation, which is f of c. And another one is f of 2c, which is equals to, given that 8 and 350. So what you can do, you can write 8 comma 250. Now you can see they will give you the value of a, b, and c. And what they are asking it, they are asking what is the possible value of b, and c is a positive constant. So you need to give the constraint that c is a positive constant. So c has to be greater than 0. You need to give that constraint to the system. Now they will give you the value, which is b is 8 point something. You can write it. So the answer is 8.04. Like, anybody has any doubt in this? Oh, it is 350. Sorry, my bad. Yes, so the value of b is 11. It satisfies all the conditions. The function is already given in the question. So this is the function. And if it is written c comma 8 and 2c minus 350, it means f of c is equals to 8 and f of 2c is equals to 350. Again, they are saying c is a positive constant, which means c has to be greater than 0. All these information we need to insert it in the Desmos to get the value of b. Here I write the first function, then I use the regression equation. I write all the left part of the equation, then I write all the right part of the equation. And constraint, you have to write it in a curly bracket. So c is greater than 0. They are taking c always greater than 0. And they will give you the value of a, b, and c. Here you can check the c value is greater than 1, greater than 0. So the value of b is 11. So the answer is 11. Anybody has any doubt, please ask. I write the correct the question like it's not 2, it's 350. Moving to the next one. The speed of the object k is 9525% of the speed of object j, and the speed of object k is 0.025% of speed L. If the speed of object L is x% of the speed of J, what is the value of x of 1000? So see, it's look like a weird question, like so many percentage are there. And if I do the calculation, definitely we'll get the mistake. So let's solve this problem using the Desmos again. So speed of object K, let's represent by K only. So again, I use the same thing, regression equation, which is very helpful. Now it says that k is means equal to. So first we will write the equation k is equals to 9525% of j. I speed of object j represented by j. Another one is k is equal to 0.025% of L. Now this is L is x% of j, and they are asking for x over 1000. What we can do, I write all those things in this function. So we have 2k, k, and we have another one is at L. Rated L. Then 9525% of, so if you write 9525%, it automatically add off and it says J. So you can write it as J, comma. Another one is 0.025% of K. Is it K or L? It's L. Instead of K, I write L. Then comma. Next part is x% of J. So x% of J. Now you can see they will give you an error. Why? Because the system, when you are using the regression symbol, you need to write x1, not x. You can see they will give you these values. So the value of k 95.25, j is 381,000, L x1 is this, and what they are asking it, they are asking x1 by x1 by 1000. 38100 will be the answer for this. Anyone has any doubt? Okay. Now moving to the next question. A circle in the xy plane has a center at 3, -7 and has a radius of 12. An equation of this circle is this, where a, b, c are the constant. What is the value of c? So if the center and the radius is given, then you have to write the equation of a circle. So the standard equation is x minus h square plus y minus k square is equals to 12 square. So the value of h is 3. So x minus 3k square plus y minus of minus 7 square is equals to 144. Now x minus 3 square plus y plus 7 square is equals to 144. Now to get the value of c, we will type this equation in the Desmos and make the equation as it is same. So 144 move to here to make it equal to 0. X minus 3 square plus y plus 7 square minus 144 equal to 0. Now let's solve it by using the Desmos. We can write it as x square plus y square plus ax plus by plus c, similar to the plus minus 144, which is raised to power 2, and again raised to power 2, which is x minus 3 and y plus 7. Now they will give you an error because we don't use x1, x and y when we are using the regression symbol. We need to convert that x to x1, y to y1, again x to x1, and again y to y1. Same for here also. And C, they will give you the value of C is 1. Now they are taking random values like x1 is 1, y1 is 1. But my question is why they take these values. So I give those condition like to the Desmos, you can use a random function, take any random 5 values. Okay, same for the y1. I write the same thing to the. Now you can see the value of C is minus 86. So the answer is minus 86. Anybody has any doubt in this? Why I have written x1 and y1 here and why we are using the random 5? Because if we are not using it, the system will use only the one value for every part. Like for one value they can take 1, for y1 they can take 1. What I did, I use a random 5 because I give the condition that Desmos, you can take any 5 value of x1, any value. So they can by default they can take it. But if you still want to give it from your end, what you can do, you can use this list and write all those 5 values. Let's say I write 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma 4, comma 5. Same for I can do it with the y1. That's an empty list. I write random values 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma 5, comma 6. They will give you the value of A is 8, B is 0, and C is minus 86. So the answer is minus 86. Anybody has any doubt? Yes. See, random, I can explain on the board itself. If I say random means they will take some random values. They will take 22, they will take 34, they can take 75, they can take the decimal value 0.3567, any value. But if I give the condition that you need to take only 5 values, so they will take only 5 values automatically. There is no need to insert anything. They can take any 5 values randomly. But if you think that we can't use this random function, I will give the values to the Desmos. So what you can do, you can use this empty list. In that empty list, you can write any number, any n number of numbers like you can write. So you can write like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or you can write 10, 9, 8, 6, 5. But I prefer, every time I prefer, do not increase greater than 10. Okay, do not. Take 1 to 10 only, or 1 to 9. That's it. Do not take much more values. Like you can take, yes, you can take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Why I've taken 5? Because here I can see there are 3 unknown values, A, B, C. There are 3 unknown parameters. So every time when you are using the random function, try to at least give +1. If you have unknown variable, let's say 5, then you can give random 6. If you have 4 parameter, you can give 5. So it's depend. So that's why I am not using this empty list because again I need to insert some data. So why would I insert it? Will do to the calculator. You can choose your random function. Only provide the value of C. So they will take 5 any random number. They can work on it. They can do the internal calculation, and they can provide you that C is equals to minus 86 will be the answer. Is the doubt clear, Meghna? Is your doubt clear? Okay, moving to the next one. 7x comma x minus 7 is equals to 63. One solution to the given equation can be written as x equals to a plus root b by 2. A and b are the positive integer. What is the value of a and b? So here you can see this equation is behave like a quadratic equation, and they will give you that one of the solution. If they will give you one of the solution, that means another solution will be a minus root b by 2. Now we will use this constraint and we will solve it using the Desmos again. So what we can have, 7x of x minus 7 is equal to 63, and I write the x1 value which is already given, which is a minus square root of b by 2, and same thing we have a 4 plus. See, they will do automatically calculation, because basically this formula is based on the quadratic formula. Minus b plus minus square root b square minus 4 is equal to a. So if they will give you the positive one, you can by default you can take the negative one always, because due to the plus minus symbol in the quadratic formula. I write the same thing. I give the condition to the Desmos that you can use this x1 values here, two values. I give the two values, and then I write the equation. Instead of equal to sign, I use a regression to find the value of a and b. So the value of a is 7 and b is 85, and what they are asking it, they are asking a into b. So what you can do in the next line, you can write ab, which is 595. So the answer is 595. Anyone has any doubt in this? Doubt? Okay, let me go with the next question. So now next question is based on the system of equation. We will solve the system of equation as it is with the help of using Desmos. There is no need to change anything. What you can do, you just type those equation in the regression equation. So regression equation is this one. Now, first of all, we have to type the left part, which is j minus k minus 16, and then we have m plus l. So I write m plus l, which is equal to 689. You can write it as 689 here. Now we need to write the second part of the equation. So second part of the equation is j minus k and plus 12 of m plus l, which is equals to 1235. So you can write it as 1235. Now here you can see they will give you the value of j, k, m, and l, and what they are asking is, question asks for what is the value of 7 of j minus k. 7 of j minus k is 7007. So you can use the efficient way, because like if you are solving this part manually, what I think you that j minus k you can assume x, and m plus l you can assume y, and then you can solving for x and y. But instead of this, if you are using the regression equation, you can find the value of j and k as it is. There is no need to use any x or y. They can understand. Anybody has any doubt? Okay. Meghna says how we get 86. So have you understood like the first equation is already written, x square plus y square plus ax plus by plus c equal to 0, and we are getting the second equation by the given information. It's given that a circle in a xy plane has its center 3 comma minus 7 and has a radius 12. So this is a equation of a circle, x minus h ka square plus y minus k ka square equals to 12 square, x minus c ka whole square plus y minus of minus 7 the whole square equals to 144. I move 144 to the other side, we get this equation. Now we get this equation, we have to write those equations. So let's say x square plus y raised to power 2 plus ax plus by plus c, with both of the equation are equal to 0, so we can assume that both of them are equal. So we use the regression symbol, and raised to power 2 plus again raised to power 2 minus 144. So first is x minus 3 and another will y plus 7. Now instead of x, we will have to write x1. Instead of y, again 1. Here you can see they will take the random values. They are not taking some random value. They are taking assumption that all the values, all the unknown values are 1. And they are providing the answer. But that's not the correct way. So for that, we need to pass, or we need to give some values to the Desmos. So I choose a random function and I pass 5 values. Now, again, they are taking y1 as equals to 1, but why they will take y1 is equals to 1. For y1, we also use a random function. So instead of x, we can use y1. Now they can use x1 and y1 values and give c is equals to minus 86. And even in the question, they are asking what is the value of c. So the minus 86 is the correct answer. Meghna, is your doubt clear? So we have done the system of equation. Let us solve some more problem. The next question is this one. The exponential function g is defined by g of x is equals to a b raised to power x, where a and b are the positive constant. If g of k minus 1 is equals to gk plus 18 over 100, g of k minus 1, where k is a constant, what is the value of b? So here you can see that this is a very big equation, and it will take so much time. So again, we can use a Desmos for that. We'll write the same thing as given in the question. G of x is equals to a b raised to power x. That's the first one. Another one, we will have the information that g of k minus 1. So again, what we can do, we can use this method, variation equation. So g of k minus 1, we can write it. And again, they are saying g of k, and this is plus 18 over 100 and g of k minus 1. You can just write g and of k minus 1, k minus 1. Now you can see they will give you the value of a0, b1 and k1. Of x is a b raised to power h, g of k minus 1 is equals to gk. Yes. Yes. And they're asking for the value of b. And you can say the value of b is 1. Anyone has any doubt in this? Doubt? Okay, we need to give the constraint that a has to be greater than 0 and b also has to be greater than 0. Why we have to give this constraint? Because in the question itself it's written that a and b are the positive constant. Now the value of b is 0.82. So the answer is 0.82. Anyone has any doubt, please ask. No doubt? Okay. I'm moving to the next question. Here is the next question. Uh, Student, please give us a try and let me know the answer for this. Anyone can solve this? Anyone can respond to solve this question? So again, the easiest way is to write this function in a Desmos, the given function. You can use a vacation equation, write those information, and then write this constraint. And after that, you can type this, you will get the answer. But I tell you the easiest way where Desmos will take some time. But for this type of a question, what you can do it, you just add this and this. 371 plus 43 will give you 4 and 4. That was the answer. Let us check whether we are getting the same answer or not. So we write the same thing here. G of x is equal to of 4 square, which is x minus 30, minus 47, minus 47 plus m, and this we have to write x minus 13. Now we know that write the constraint k to m to 47, and here we'll write the left part of the equation, which is g of 397. We write g of 397 separated with a comma, g of another one we have minus 371. So I write minus 371 and is equals to a and b. So we can write a comma b here. Now we get these value. Now we write this as it is. So t3 raised to power b minus a. Again, I think it's a minus b. So a minus b plus 371 of raised to power b minus a. B minus a. Sorry. And here you can see minus 397. We need to write here minus 397. And in the next one, we have to write 43. So you can write 43 here. And see, you will get the answer. So 414. Even without using the Desmos tool, I just add these two numbers 43 and 371, which give you 414. That will be the answer for this question. Anyone has any doubt? Doubt? Okay. Now, this is our next question. F of x is equals to x plus 7. G of x is equals to 5x square minus kx plus 245. The function f and g are given. In the function g, comma k is a constant. If fx into gx is 5x cubed plus 1715. So here what we can do, we will write the same thing in a Desmos. Fx, x plus 7. G of x will write it as 5x squared minus kx plus 245. In the next line, we can write it as f of x into g of x similar to 5 of x cubed plus 1715 in the Desmos. You can write it, or either you can, if you have one equation only, so it's your choice. Either you will use this or you will not use this. you can write as it is. Let's see on the Desmos. Okay, f of x is equals to x plus 7. Then we have g of x is equals to 5x square minus kx plus 45. In the next part, this is f of x into g of x similar to 5 raised to power cube plus 1715. 1715. Now they show you an error because they do not understand x. So what you can do, instead of x, you can write x1. Here also you can write x1, and here also you can write x1. See, they will give you the value of k is equals to 35, but here they are taking the x1 as always 1. What we can do, we can give the random 5 and see, they will give you the value k is equals to 35. So the answer is k equals to 35. Anybody has any doubt in this, please ask. Okay. Why we add two numbers? Which one you are talking about, Meghna? Oh, these two? Why we are added it? Because the value of a and b are same. So if the value of a and b are same, so a minus b, if a and b are same, we get 0. B minus a again 0. So any number, let's say a, let's say not a, okay, we'll take, let's say p. P raised to power 0 is what? Always 1. So minus 397 raised to power 0 is what? What? So I just give you a scenario that you can just add it, 43 and 371. Instead of writing all those things in a calculator, you can just add it. You will get the 414. In if you got this type of a question, you can just only add this part, 43 and 371. Now it is clear, Meghna? So we get the k value is 35. Now, anyone has any doubt, please ask regarding the Desmos. We can use mostly what I have seen from past years. Uh, Module 1 will have 22 question. In that, there are 16 to 17 question which can be solved by using the Desmos. Even most of our students, like when I'm teaching it, they are solving 16 problem in 10 minutes. Rest minutes they can use it for the difficulty questions where they are not able to use the Desmos. Even go to the module 2. Yes, module 2 that not much harder, but yes, there are some questions which are harder in upcoming like December attempt as well as November attempt. And most focus on the they are focused on the area and the volume, but in area and volume again they are focusing on the right circular pyramid or the prism and system of equation. It's a very important topic, so you will expect one question from the one solution concept, and another one you will get either the no solution or the infinite many solution. And yes, previously last 7 to 8 months, in the December month, we are seeing the question based on the margin of error. From last 7 months, we are not getting that type of a question, but right now, yes, in the December attempt, in all the papers of the digital SAT, yes, they're getting around two questions, one question in a module one and one question in a module two. And try to like, if you got, I think student like, are you attempting for the tomorrow if you have an exam for the SAT? So try to learn about the basics of the quadratic functions, which is very helpful because the quadratic function question are little bit harder. And yeah, somewhat when they are using, there is a one more thing I need to tell you. I just recall all those points, like if you need to find the distance between 2 points, so you can write distance and write the point in the parenthesis. So it is x1 comma y1, 2 comma y2. Same you can use for the midpoint as well. For the mean, you can write mean and write all those numbers inside this parenthesis. Median, again you can write. And for standard deviation, you can use STDEV, write all those numbers. So if you find the range is max of A minus min of A. And what is A? A is the empty list which contains some number like 11, 12, 37, 63, 51. So they can take the maximum value from this A and the least value of A, and then they are subtracting and they can give you the range as well. Now, if you got the equation of a circle, and the circle will look like this, and there is no information that how to find the diameter or the radius, try to take topmost point on the circle. Okay, topmost. Sometime what happened, topmost point is here and the intercept point is also here. At that time the student might get confused that which point we need to use, so always use the topmost point of the circle, or in short, use a point where the circle are divided into two parts. Two equal parts. So here you can see, if you got these type of an information, let's say this is A comma B and this point is C comma D. So you can see A comma B and C comma D. If you make a line, so that line will called as what? Sorry. What line? We can call it this. This we call it as diameter. And diameter, radius is diameter by 2. We get radius as well. So only the thing is, if we know these 2 points, we can use this distance to get the diameter. And then if we find half of diameter, will give you the radius. And where we stuck, if we get this type of an equation, x square plus y square minus 6x minus 9y plus 10 is equals to, let's say, 135. So this equation, it's very difficult to find it. So what I prefer, type this equation on a Desmos, check the circle, click on the most point of the circle, and bottommost. Once you get this, you can use a distance function write those 2 points, which give you the diameter d and radius is d by 2. Anyone has any doubt in this? No doubt? Anyone? Uh, Anything else? Mostly I have like covered, which is like you can go through and try to at least solve these similar type of a problem using Desmos, so that you can decrease your time to complete the module 1 in a faster way, and then got the module 2, the harder one, and try to use the Desmos in that also. So today I've covered like how to solve the quadratic problem, exponential problem, linear problem, as well as again exponential problem. We have done the percentage, circle, quadratic equation, exponential, polynomial, and again we have done the polynomial. We learn about the how to find the distance and the midpoint, how to find the mean using the Desmos, median using the Desmos, and standard deviation using the Desmos. We know that range is maximum of A minus minimum of A, and A is an empty list where you need to insert the numbers so that they can automatically get the maximum value of A and then the minimum value of A, and you can subtract it, you will get the range. Even here in that circle, if the equation written, so this equation is called as general equation of a circle. Okay, if you get general equation of circle and you are unable to find the center or the radius or the diameter, you can use the concept like click on the topmost point of a circle and bottommost point of the circle. From there you will get the 2 points. So from that 2 points you can find the distance between them, which is a diameter. Radius is d by 2. Now how to find the center? So center will be nothing but it's a midpoint. So you got the topmost point and the bottommost point. You can use the midpoint concept, or you can use this midpoint function in a Desmos. You can write it, and then you will get the center of a circle as well. Anyone has any doubt, or if you are doing the practice, do you have any question to ask with me? Please go ahead and share your question. Definitely, I can help you in that. Anyone has any doubt in a particular question, please share on the chat. I can definitely help. I think Rima, from my side, it's done.
Perfect. So I don't, if students don't have questions or you can't see any more questions, then I think it's done. We're good to go. And yeah,
Bye, student, and best of luck for your exam.
take care, everybody.